Hi everyone, I'm Ray, and today I'm filming the intimidating TBR tag. First want to apologize for all of the white in the background. I'm currently redoing this room, so I don't have a bookcase up yet that I'm going to film in front of, but I'm working on it, so yeah, please just bear with me when I've got all of this white, and it might be kind of difficult to see me because it looks like there's like a bright spotlight on me, but that's just from the window. Okay, so now I'm just going to share the books I have here. And the first one I have is, I hope I'm pronouncing this right, Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak, and it is a translated Russian book. And I love Keira Knightley, so I saw the movie on Netflix with her. I'm not sure if it's on Netflix anymore. I think I looked for it to watch it again because I really enjoyed it, and I didn't see it anywhere, so it's probably been taken down. But from, like, my experience, I guess, reading the book form of movie, I always tend to enjoy the book more. So I really want to get to this, but I mean, it's huge and I'm not that familiar with Russian literature, so this is just kind of new, just a form of book for me, but I've heard so much about it and I'm really excited to get to it. Okay, next book I have, hold on a sec. Sorry about that, we have people staying with us, so it's kind of noise all around. Alright, my second book is The Complete Sherlock Holmes Volume 1 by Sir Arthur Conan Doyle. And my brother got this for me for my birthday a couple of years ago, and I do remember that I started it, but I have no idea where I left off. The bookmark isn't in it anymore, so I would have to restart it completely. But it is kind of intimidating just because of the size, and I'm not quite sure how many stories are in here. It just says volume 1. So I think it has a lot of the Sherlock Holmes stories in here, and this would be one where I just have to like invest a lot of time in it, and you know, it's kind of can be intimidating to pick something like this up and not know how long it's going to take to finish it. And you know, I really want to read it because I do remember I was enjoying it, but for some reason I put it down and then I never felt like I had the time to pick it up again. So hopefully I can pick it up soon. Alright, the next book I have, I think I've mentioned in a previous video, is Sanditon by Jane Austen, and I put this as a intimidating, you know, TBR book because I really don't know anything about it, and I'm not even sure if she finished this novel or if it was completed, you know, by someone in her family. So I think I'll just have to dive into this one because, I mean, it doesn't look like it will be too hard to read. I don't know. I find it's kind of difficult to dive into books that I don't know much about. So I'm willing to give it a shot though. I wanted to. And a novel by Jane Austen and another lady. You see, I don't know what that means. But, you know, I adore Jane Austen, so I will get to this eventually. Alright, my next book is Walt Whitman, Leaves of Grass, the first edition. So, I think it's been, I don't know, changed a little bit since the first edition. I'm not sure. I actually got this from my brother as well. When he moved, he let me have it. And I have not read poetry in, I don't know, years. It seems like So, I mean, it's really small, and I mean, everyone's heard of this book, obviously, but I don't know, I feel like I have to be in a certain frame of mind to pick up a book of poetry and really get into it. So that's kind of why I've been putting it off. I just feel like, you know, it's not the time right now. You know, I can't get everything I want out of this book. So I've been putting it off. But again, hopefully I get to it soon. I keep saying that, but I mean, all of these books I've had for a pretty long time, and I really just want to, you know, get them off my shelf and read them. Alright. Next book I have is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry? I don't know. And I think I heard about this book on BookTube, and I picked it up at a library book sale, but I mean, as you can see, it's a pretty thick book here. And I've just heard that it's excellent, but it can be, you know, tricky to get through, just because it's so long and it's kind of like a family saga type of story. So it can kind of just drag on. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna love this or not. I'll give it a try, but, you know, I'm not gonna force myself to finish it if, you know, I'm not interested in it. So we'll see how that one goes. Alright, and my last 3 books are actually all about, like, well, I've got some books on Merlin and King Arthur, which I'm a fan of, and I'll pick up. The first one here is, I think this is like a teaching edition because it's kind of really old cover here. It's The Once and Future King by T.H. White, and I've kind of put this one off because I've heard some negative things about it, that the writing is kind of sexist, and that makes me kind of nervous because I did read The Mists of Avalon, and the name of the author is kind of escaping me right now. I'll put it in the link below. And I really enjoyed that one. I mean, it was one of my favorite books that I've read, you know, about King Arthur. So when I hear, you know, not so good things about this one, it makes me, you know, not as excited to pick it up. And it's really long. And yeah, I'm not sure if this will be one I will finish if I start reading it and don't enjoy it. I don't really tend to force myself through books. I mean, I try to read like 30 to 50 pages, and if I'm just not feeling it, I will put it aside. So we'll see if that happens with this one. I'm not sure yet. And then more Merlin books here. I have, alright, this is a advanced reading copy that I picked up at a book sale. And there's a bunch of things I'm not sure about. It's The Great Tree of Avalon by T.A. Barron, and I'd never heard of it, and it says Child of the Dark Prophecy, and it sounds like it's part of a series, but from what I've been looking at, you know, it is the first book in a series, but I've never heard of it or any of the other books in this series, so I don't know. I don't know anything about it, but I will give it a try. And I'm not sure if the Lost Years of Merlin epic is a different series or a different book. I really don't know anything about this. So I'll just have to kind of give it a try and see what I think. Okay, and the last one is also by T.A. Barron. Oh, I didn't even notice that. This is the Lost Years of Merlin epic that I just was reading on the cover of that one. And this one is a book with 3 complete novels in it that I also don't know anything about. It has The Lost Years of Merlin, The 7 Songs of Merlin, and The Fires of Merlin. And again, I mean, all of these books, I mean, you can tell I don't know anything about them. I really just have to kind of, you know, hope I get lucky with these and that I enjoy them, because I'm not the type of person that really just reads books that I've never heard of, or that, you know, I tend to pick up just like novels and not, you know, big series and chunks like this, just because I find them intimidating. So yeah, those were all of my kind of intimidating books. I do have a lot more TBR books, but none as intimidating as those. So if you have, you know, any intimidating books that you're kind of putting off reading or nervous about, you know, mention them in the comments below so I can read what you're kind of interested in. And if you've done this tag video, then, you know, link it below also so I can watch it. And I think that's it for now, and I'll see you guys next time.